Buenos días a todos. Well, what a 24 hours we've just had here in Murcia province, and you know, all along a good bit of the coast. We've had pretty much torrential rain since about 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and some of the heaviest rain that I've ever seen, to the point where lots and lots of places seem to be flooded. So I thought I'd nip down on my trusty bicycle to try and get a look at some of the bits, in particular Los Alcázares, that are flooded. So you can see behind me here, this is the roundabout just at the bottom of Roda, down at Euro Roda, and obviously this has been badly flooded here, but it's the rain's been off for hours now and it's still puddles lying around, so I don't know what I'm going to find. But I thought those of you who maybe have holiday homes here and have an interest in the area might want to see what's been happening, so I'll see what I can put together for you. So I'm using a couple of different cameras here, and I'm trying to negotiate the puddles as well. So forgive me if it all goes a bit sketchy at times. So I'm on the bicycle just cycling down here to try and get a look at some bits of Los Alcázares. I'm not obviously going to record everything, but I'm just trying to let you see what's been going on. So just coming down to the roundabout at Aldi and the little Gas Express petrol station. I'm going to get up onto the pavement because there's quite a lot of puddles around. And I know some of you are going to say, you shouldn't be cycling on the pavement. But you know what? Just too bad. Complain away. I'm past caring what you think. If you want to, all you want to do is moan on the channel. So yeah, you can see some of the puddles. This has obviously been pretty badly flooded. And I have been told that overnight the mayor has been fantastic. He's been on doing updates all night about the work that's been going on to try and clear all the flooding. And they did say that overnight they had, I think it was 300 emergency calls to the 112 emergency number. So you can see this, you know, there's a lot of water lying around here, so God knows what this was like last night, because some bits have been really, really badly devastated. Yeah, so over 300 calls, people trapped in their homes because the water was coming in, particularly down at the old town. So I don't know if I'll even get down near there, because they're saying that all the roads are shut. And this is why I thought I'll nip out on the bicycle. I've got a chance at least of getting some places on a bicycle that I can't get in the car. I'm only just out on the bike and my arse is already soaking. So you look at the clean-up going on here, look at this. So sandbags across. Got this big JCB just trying to clear all the water here. And this has obviously been terribly bad. So I'm just going to try and get up around the back of this and get down the other side. It's difficult to even find a bit to get through on the bike, never mind in the car. There's water everywhere. Now the sad thing is that all this water has to go somewhere. And it's all running down from the hills, and it's all heading in one direction only, and that's the Mar Menor. I mean, look at this, this is unbelievable. I've got to say, they were saying to everybody to stay indoors, but there were still people out last night That car's stranded, look. So they've obviously tried to get through last night and failed. Don't know what this little guy's shouting about, but I'm not going to get down there anyway because the water's too deep. What is it they say about when life gives you lemons? Make lemonade. See, that's the human spirit. That's resilience right there. Hola! Hi, Kim. I just think that's marvellous. That's what makes humans survive, I suppose. It's just make light of it. Whenever you get some adversity, just do the best you can to get past it. Paper boats floating in a muddy pool on the main road. Just brilliant. I don't know what kind of footage I'm going to get for you, but I'll do my best to get something. So obviously further down, look at the water here. And that's quite a torrent, and that's obviously been really, really bad last night. I'm trying to get down a bit nearer the old town, but I don't know if I'm going to make it, to be honest. I might just try and head down nearer the Mar Menor and see what kind of mess there is down there. So you'll see that the locals are well used to this. See that little barrier that's up there, look at that. That's there to the flood defences. Hola, buenas. So they're out clearing up what they can. Yeah, so this has obviously been well underwater. In fact, I'm going to go down that way and see what I can find down nearer the Mar Menor, so we'll pick it back up at the other end. So you can see here, roads all closed along there as well. People are just trying anything they can to get to where they want to be. And I've got to say, there's probably no good reason for a lot of these people to be out. They're just being nosy like I am. But I'm just trying to get an update for anybody who watches the channel who might have an interest in the area. So hopefully you appreciate it. I'll film a wee bit at the end of this, but I've got to say I am absolutely filthy. My bike's filthy. This is the things you've got to do. Is what do they call me now? A content creator. Yeah, I'm a content creator now. So let's get down here and see. We're right down at the Mar Menor now, and it doesn't look nice. The water's really brown. So all that water has come off the hills and ran down into the Mar Menor. They've cut the channels up again to try and get the water to run away. You've seen it here. You can see it here. It's been running right down here. I've got to forgive me for some of these daft camera angles. I mean, look at the state of the beach here. In fact, I'm just going to film that with the wee camera. I haven't put the other wee mic back on, it's just too much faffing about. But I'll turn the camera around and you'll get a look at the beach here. So look at this. All of these beaches get topped up with sand, and obviously that's a cost to the council, because the reality is they're not nice beaches. But you know, look at the state of it. I do hope I've got all the sound on the previous bit I've done. I've just realised that my mic might not have been plugged in properly, so if I didn't get it, I apologise for that. Probably ruined all my clothes. Because this brown stained horrible water is everywhere. It's a sad sight to see, I've got to say. So you'll see here as well, there's quite a lot of standing water still here. But you know, the Mar Menor is just pure brown, and it's not going to come out well in the video, but it's just horrible to see. I mean, look at this, look at the water running down here, and you know, the rain's been off for hours now. Look at it. Imagine what that was like at the height of the storm, when the water was flying down. This had been completely flooded, and this is where a lot of the emergency calls came from. People, you know, just worried that the houses are going to be flooded with them in it. So see, the mayor has been absolutely outstanding, keeping people updated all night. Well, there's a victim. I know you won't want to see that, but look, there, Roland Rat. Roland Rat hasn't survived, and rats can survive most things. So Roland Rat's pan breed. The beaches are gone. Anywhere that the water's been flying down, the beaches are just not there anymore. And I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. That can't be true. Yes, it is true. I can't stress how dirty the water is. And this guy here, hopefully you'll see him in the video. Oh, that's my brakes. We need a good lubrication and clean. This guy here has just been in swimming. What a twat. Now, you'll notice that I'm cycling along the promenade, and technically you're not allowed to do that, but it's the only way I can see to get down to the bottom end, to the old town, to let you see what's going on here. Man, this is absolute mud. My friend Terry next door, the other day, look at these guys trying to do Operation Cleanup. It's just mud everywhere. My friend Terry the other day was out on his bike just after rainstorms, and it was caked in mud. I mean, look at the state of this. And he says it was the worst thing he'd done was to go out in the rain. So this could be as far as I get. Look at this. Let's get the wee camera out. So again, just on the wee mic, I've got to show you this guy, look. I just missed him. So he's just been wading across there using the brush pole as a depth indicator. But look at this. I cannot imagine what the level of water was here during the height of these storms. There's a little quad up there that's just going along the main road, so it may well be the case that I can get back along there now. So I'm going to go and try and do that, and then pick it back up at the other end. So yeah, I I can get up through here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get along the main road. Yeah, everyone's just out trying to comprehend what's been going on, because it is really bad. They call this, when they get heavy rain like this, I'm sure they call it the Gota Fria, and they seem to get it once a year. The amount of water's just staggering. So I'll put the camera off at the minute and I'll pick it back up further along the road. So just coming into the old town here, you can see the amount of water that's still lying around in some of these side streets. And the council, but look, this is how well prepared the locals are. Let me show you this. So the warnings were in place last night, and look, the warnings were in place. So what you get is people come and put these barriers up on their businesses to try and prevent damage. I mean, look at this shop, this little general store. Sorry for all the wobbly, but they've came and they've built a brick wall to try and keep the water out, and they've just taken a little bit out to let people get in. So it's unbelievable the steps that people go to just to make their life work. So well done to those business owners for heeding the warnings, and particularly for that guy to, building a wall to protect his business. Good for you. It's just a bloody mess here now. It's mud, just mud everywhere, clean up crews everywhere. Now I'd love to have shown you some footage of when it was at the height of the storm, but the reality was it was just so heavy last night, it just wasn't safe to go out, even on a bicycle, and yet people were out. So look at this rubbish everywhere. Sorry about those brakes, I need to try and edit that out. Look at the rubbish just strewn everywhere after the floods, and the council doing their best to clean everything up. But then in the middle of all the chaos, life goes on. Look, there's people here just out having a coffee, just getting on with their life. So life does go on. I'm just going to cut through here, and again, I shouldn't be cycling here, but the emergency services are so busy and so involved that a guy on a bicycle with a camera is going to be the least of their problems, I think. There you go, wellies, look at that. I've never seen so many wellies. I've never seen any wellies in Spain, and yet today I've seen loads and loads. We're going to get a squeaky break. Look at this muddy, shitty, horrible water everywhere. Look at it. So I'm just down at La Tropical, so you can see they've had the barriers up as well. They've put the barriers up to try and protect their business too. So well done to all these. Obviously they're well used to this, and they do heed the warnings when they come. You can see the tide mark there where the water's been up to. So I'm just going to head down to the Encarnacion part and see what's happening down there, and then we'll call it quits. So I think you can, it gives you a taster of the devastation that's caused here. but also how well people are and well prepared they are to deal with it when it happens. And I've got to take my hat off to the council and the emergency services. They've been working through the night, and they're out today. I mean, this is just devastation, isn't it? And I know people say it's no devastation, it's only a bit of water and mud. But you've got to remember that there are people. There's very, very likely to have people killed last night. People trapped in cars and people trapped in houses. You know, so don't dismiss it too lightly. Keep that in mind, that it might only look like a bit of mud this morning, but this must have been terrifying last night for people that was caught up in it, to be part of that and be stuck in a house. Can you imagine being stuck in your house and water flying in the door and there's nowhere for you to go? Imagine how scary that must have been. Yep, no wonder there was over 300 calls to the 112 number last night. And you know, with regards to Rhoda and Rhoda Golf area, I want to particularly say a big thanks to our local superwoman, Phoebe Lydiard. Phoebe's an English girl that's adopted Spain as her country. She lives here full time, has done for a number of years, keeps very, very close to what's happening in the area, and keeps us all up to date with what's going on. And she's been fantastic keeping us updated with messages, translating videos from the mayor that have been posted out, just keeping everybody up to date with what's going on, and offering help for him that needs it. So Phoebe, I owe you a glass of wine, so make sure you hold me to that. Is this the Los Alcázares you know and love? Have you seen it like this before? So there you go. That's just a wee update for you. I know I haven't captured anywhere near how bad it must have been here last night, but I've tried to give you some kind of update, and I hope you found it useful. I'm absolutely filthy now. Let me just see if I can show you, because it's hard to get the little camera to go where I want it to go. So yeah, I'm covered in mud. My bike's covered in mud. Let me just whiz it round and I'll show you. So I'll need to get the steam cleaner out, I think. Get it all clean once we get up the road. Certainly get a hose on it for sure, because that stuff just cakes in like concrete when it's done.
That's the weirdest camera yet.
So anyway, I'm not going to ask you if you enjoyed that one, because it's not that kind of video. But you know, I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta luego.